Hi guys, welcome to this week's service design update. Um, this week I've got something pretty to show you as promised from last week. What you see in front of you is our customer journey map. So at first glance it looks a little bit like a bit of a rainbow, but we might tone these colors down still, but you'll see that this is a version of an earlier diagram. There's 4 phases to our customer journey map, and then there are a variety of kind of events. There's a baseline here. Above this baseline are all the good experiences. Below this bad baseline are all the bad experiences. Each of these colors represent a particular channel. Red being the human channel, blue being a physical channel, and then green being a technology channel. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, so I'll talk to you guys a bit more about this, and I'll upload a copy of it to the blog. Also included on this, what happens is we take a phase like, say, the discovery phase, and we go to a service blueprint. So here's another one of the prototypes for the service blueprint. Here we have a variety of different actors for that discovery phase, and then this is a timeline. So if the client stakeholders in that initial discovery, how a project comes to us, we map this out according to the event as well as the media. Something happens, a bunch of people decide a website needs to be redone. They contract our client, or our contact rather, who could be a project manager or a business owner, to say, hey, do this. They end up overhearing perhaps something to do with UX if they don't know anything about UX, and they Google optimal usability or do Google user experience. They sign up to a newsletter and they receive a newsletter. They might go to an event, and so on, so on, so on. There's a bunch of different activities that form that initial kind of a phase over here. This represents a variety of different channels as well, and it's an easy way for us to kind of pick out things that are working well and things that aren't working well. So here we can see that this is a bit of a failure point, indicated in red. Website less than average, as you'll see here. Along this phase here, they'll go through the website and it's a bad experience. It's below the baseline. And so the last thing in this kind of series of artifacts is the touchpoint map. So this one's kind of cool. I quite like this one. So here's a slice of the different types of touch points at optimal usability. So like I said before, we've got a human series of touch points. We've got some physical touch points and a variety of technology touch points. So this is the prototype that kind of draws on especially the human touch point, human electronically aided kind of touch points. So we've got email and phone, and we've got a variety of characteristics and aspects to that particular channel that may influence the experience, and then we've got some commentary out here as well. Now all of this is done, like I said earlier, not necessarily because us as optimal usability need it per se, because we're pretty simplistic, but because A, we want to show clients some stuff, and also B, this is a template that we can possibly use. So I have the InDesign files for all of these things, so we can use these possibly with any service design projects that we'll be conducting. So that's quite exciting. That's kind of what's been happening this week. The other thing that we've been doing, that I've been doing, is spending a bit more time getting to very specific kind of things that I will leave you with. And one of the things I've decided to spend a bit of time on is the welcome pack. So in the last kind of couple of days, one day really, I've been refining the prototype that I created a few weeks back. So there's a second version of it, which again I'll post on the blog. And I've had a few wording changes, and I will be doing a bunch of different things for the services. I'll be adding a whole bunch of different pages. One thing that you guys can start thinking about doing, and I'll send an email out about this later, is you'll see Dave here, who's our mascot, poor guy, has the idea is to have a sheet for each one of you. On the back of that sheet will be a picture something that is distinctively you, something ideally personal, that just tells a bit of a story. So for Dave, it's his folding bike, and I like the idea of us kind of communicating, not just Dave the usability guy, or Phil the usability guy. It's also Dave the folding bike guy, and Phil the ukulele guy, or whatever. So I would really like if you guys can send me a photo. If you don't send me a photo, I'll pick one. You might not like that. So if you can send me a photo by a Wednesday next week, that would be awesome. So use the weekend, go find some photos, and yeah, we can of course always change it. The plan with the welcome pack is that when I leave, we will have something that's digitally produced, so it's not professional kind of grade. It's just stuff that we can spit out of our digital printer, that we can start using as a prototype. And I'm going to try and put them on an actual card, and we'll just put it in a little pack, one of these kind of plastic packs that you can use. So it would be like a deck of cards, and we can kind of try using that as a format with our clients. So yeah, that's been keeping me busy. Next week I will be basically finishing this off, and I will be getting into writing a report and compiling all my insights and throwing a lot more stuff onto the blog. And the blog is going to be the place where we go to for resources and for tips and all this kind of stuff as well. So that's it for me. It's very late, and no, I'm not staying up to watch the soccer, although I'm pretty sure there should be one on now. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys next week.